in this problem, a record club has found that their marginal profit, P prime, is given by this function for x less than or equal to 300, where x is the number of members currently enrolled in the club. So we want to approximate the total profit when 180 members are enrolled by computing this sum with delta x equal to 30. Okay, so this means there are 6 rectangles, which you can see the first rectangle is at 0 with a height of 0, so it's kind of non-existent, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rectangles, even labeled for you, which is nice. When we're dividing the interval from 0 to 180 into 6 rectangles, 180 divided by 6 is 30, so that is the width of each rectangle. So that sum is equal to the areas of these 6 rectangles. So the first rectangle has a height of P prime of 0 and a width of 30, plus the second rectangle has a height of, let's see, we're going by 30s here, so P prime of 30. Also a width, also a width of 30, plus the next rectangle has a height of P prime of 60 times a width of 30, plus the fourth rectangle has a height of P prime of 90 times a width of 30. The fifth rectangle, 90 plus 30 is 120. And my sixth rectangle has a height of P prime of 150, right? That's because the interval from 150 to 180, the rectangle that approximates that area is the height is taken at the left side at 150. So we don't need a P prime of 180 here. That would be adding on an extra rectangle past x equals 180. Okay, so then we want to approximate all this. P prime of 0, if we plug in 0 here, we're going to get 0. Plus, okay, I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to approximate these 5, calculate the exact values of those 5 derivatives using this function. I'm also going to just go ahead and factor the 30 out completely, and then I'll put a big times 30 at the end, just because it's a little bit easier to compute all these numbers. So to compute P prime of all those numbers, we need to probably put P prime in the y equals. So I'm going to put y equals negative 0.0008 x cubed plus 0.24 x squared plus 66.6 times x. There's my P prime, and I'm going to change the table set to ask right here so that I can enter the values in the table that I want. I want P prime of 30. We'll just go ahead and enter them all: 60, 90, 120, and 150. Okay, so we're going to have 2192.4 is P prime of 30, plus P prime of 60 is 4687.2, plus P prime of 90 is the height of my fourth rectangle, 7354.8, plus P prime of 120 is 165.6, and P prime of 150 is 12,690. Now I factored that width of 30 out, so it's all times 30. It just makes it easier to enter at this step where we have to go manually add all those up. Plus 7354.8 plus 156 plus my last value was 12,690. Then we're going to do times 30 is 110,9700. Okay, now this is in cents. The entire problem is in cents. Why they put it in cents, I don't know. But in dollars, we move the decimal over twice, so 1109 $11,097 on that one. Hopefully that helped you find your error on that problem.